Are you ready for a new adventure? Asia is the largest continent on Earth, consisting of 49 unique countries. While South Korea and Japan are renowned for their advanced technology, many other Asian countries are still working hard to overcome significant economic challenges. In today's episode, we will explore the 10 poorest countries in Asia that boast some of the most beautiful women and where you can live comfortably on just $300 a month. Who do you think tops our list for affordability? Could it be Cambodia, Myanmar, Nepal, or Afghanistan? Share your guesses in the comments below and let's begin our journey. Starting at number 10, Yemen. Covering approximately 527,000 square kilometers, Yemen is about twice the size of Wyoming, with diverse landscapes. Home to around 30 million people, Yemen is known for its warm hospitality and rich cultural heritage. Unfortunately, Yemen is ranked among the world's least developed nations, sitting at 183rd out of 191 countries on the United Nations Human Development Index, 2021-22. Around 79% of the population lives below the poverty line, with 65% classified as extremely poor. The country's gross national income per capita is just $940. Yemeni women are recognized for their striking features, often highlighted by their vibrant traditional dresses and unique facial tattoos called shahs, symbolizing beauty and cultural pride. General expenses in Yemen are about 24% lower than in the US, with rental costs being dramatically more affordable, roughly 84.3% cheaper. A one-bedroom apartment in the city center rents for around $220 per month, while the same outside the city center costs about $135. Estimated monthly living expenses excluding rent add up to approximately $883. Public transportation is very economical, with a monthly pass costing about $48, and dining out remains a bargain with inexpensive restaurant meals averaging around $1.32, while a mid-range meal for two costs about $1.57. Number 9 on our list is Tajikistan. Officially known as the Republic of Tajikistan, this country covers around 143,144 square kilometers and is surrounded by Afghanistan, China, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan. It has a population of approximately 9.5 million people. Tajikistan is a haven for nature lovers and adventure seekers, with over 90% of its terrain covered by the majestic Pamir mountain range, also known as the roof of the world. Despite its natural beauty, Tajikistan faces significant economic challenges, often ranked as the second or third poorest country in Asia. Infrastructure issues and a devastating civil war in the 1990s, which destroyed about 20% of schools, have greatly hindered economic development and education, critical factors in battling poverty. The country's gross national income per capita stands at just $1,490. The beauty of Tajik culture is vividly reflected in its women, known for their distinctive Central Asian features, dark hair, olive-toned skin, and striking appearances. Traditional attire like the colorful kura not only makes a fashion statement but also symbolizes the people's deep connection to their heritage and customs. In Dushanbe, the capital, renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city center costs between $300 and $400 per month, substantially less than U.S. cities such as Austin, Texas, where a similar space might cost over $1,500. Grocery shopping offers considerable savings, with a loaf of bread costing around 50 cents, significantly cheaper than the $2 to $4 you might pay in the U.S. Transportation is also very cheap. A typical one-way ticket on local transport costs just 20 cents, a fraction of the $2.50 you'd pay in a major U.S. city. Utilities, including electricity, heating, cooling, water, and garbage services, cost between $30 and $50 per month, which is far less than the typical $100 to $200 in the U.S. A comfortable living budget for a single person ranges between $700 and $1,000 monthly. Next up, number 8, Cambodia. Nestled in the heart of Southeast Asia and bordered by Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam, Cambodia covers roughly 18,135 square kilometers. This nation boasts lush landscapes and extraordinary historical wonders, home to about 16 million people. Cambodia is rich in cultural heritage, with the majority of its population residing in rural settings, while the bustling capital, Phnom Penh, is alive with energy. Despite Cambodia's recent strides in economic growth, it continues to face widespread income inequality and limited human resources. The government's slow efforts to improve infrastructure have left many citizens struggling with hardship. Cambodia's gross national income per capita is approximately $1,490, reflecting its economic challenges. The spirit of Cambodia shines through its people, especially its women, who wear the traditional sampot, a beautiful garment woven with centuries-old patterns symbolizing beauty, strength, and resilience. These women have played essential roles in the nation's recovery and continued growth. Living in Cambodia is significantly cheaper compared to the United States. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Phnom Penh ranges from $300 to $500 per month, whereas a similar setup in a typical U.S. city can cost $1,500 to $3,000 or more. Moving away from city centers, the rent can go as low as $200 per month. Utilities, including electricity, heating, cooling, and water, average between $50 and $80 monthly. Grocery bills for a week's worth of fresh produce, meat, and essentials are around $30, much less than the approximately $80 this would cost in the U.S. Dining out remains affordable as well. A meal at an inexpensive restaurant typically costs between $3 and $5, compared to at least $15 in the U.S. Transportation costs are incredibly low. Bus fares usually stay under $1, and taxis or rideshares offer lower base rates and per-kilometer costs compared to U.S. standards. Overall, monthly living expenses in Cambodia range between $620 and $1,160, depending on lifestyle and spending habits. Before moving on to the next countries, we're curious, where are you from? How does the cost of living in your country compare to living abroad? Share your stories in the comments. We love hearing from you. Number 7. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan is a fascinating blend of stunning natural beauty and cultural diversity. It's home to Kyrgyz, Uzbeks, Russians, and other ethnic groups, but remains one of the poorest nations in Asia with a gross national income per capita of only $1,160. The country's struggle with poverty ties back to its history as a Soviet state until 1991. Transitioning from a centrally planned to a market economy introduced significant challenges. Many Kyrgyz depend on agriculture, which makes their income vulnerable to climate changes and market shifts. Kyrgyz women are renowned for their unique blend of Eastern and European features, including high cheekbones, almond-shaped eyes, and flowing dark hair, reflecting the rich variety of ethnicities in the region. Traditional dress, such as the colorful and ornate elik, a turban-like headscarf, adds elegance especially during cultural festivals and weddings. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in city centers costs about $270 monthly, dropping to around $160 just outside the city. In contrast, similar housing in U.S. cities costs a minimum of $1,500. Grocery shopping offers notable savings. A liter of milk costs roughly 70 cents, a loaf of fresh white bread about 40 cents, and 1 kilogram of chicken breasts $3.60. These prices are a fraction of what you'd pay in the U.S., where milk may cost 89 cents, bread $2.50, and chicken $10. Dining out is incredibly affordable too, with inexpensive restaurant meals priced around $3.50, significantly below the $15 range typical in the U.S. Utility costs are low as well, averaging $35 monthly for electricity, heating, cooling, water, and garbage compared to an average $150 in the U.S. Public transportation offers incredible value, with monthly passes around $12, compared to $75 or more in U.S. cities. Fuel prices are lower too, at 60 cents per liter compared to about 80 cents in the U.S. Overall, a single person in Kyrgyzstan can live comfortably on a monthly budget ranging from $500 to $700, far less than the $2,500 or more required for a similar lifestyle in the U.S. Number 6. Bhutan. Roughly the size of Switzerland, Bhutan covers about 38,000 square kilometers and is home to approximately 763,000 people. This constitutional monarchy blends traditional governance with modern democratic frameworks. Bhutan is renowned not only for its breathtaking landscapes but also for its deep cultural heritage and the unique philosophy of gross national happiness, prioritizing citizen well-being over economic output. Despite rich culture, Bhutan faces economic challenges, with a gross national income per capita of $2,860, placing it on the lower rungs of global income scales. Its mountainous terrain complicates distribution and access to crucial services like healthcare and education. Youth unemployment peaked at 13.2% in 2018 but has improved slightly to about 6.4% as of 2023. The identity of Bhutan is vividly expressed through its people and traditions. Bhutanese women, often seen wearing the vibrant ankle-length kira, embody the nation's aesthetic and cultural pride. This traditional dress is more than clothing, it's a proud declaration of Bhutanese heritage. Living in Bhutan is significantly cheaper than in the United States. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Thimphu, the capital, costs between $200 and $400 per month. Groceries align with affordability, with baskets typically costing between $30 and $50 thanks to local and seasonal produce. Monthly utilities like electricity, heating, and water average $30 to $50, quite affordable compared to U.S. costs. Internet service prices vary between $40 and $80 monthly. Public transport is limited but affordable, costing under $30 per month. Healthcare, mostly subsidized by the government, offers basic services at very low cost. Overall, monthly expenses for a single person range from $500 to $1,100, much more affordable than the $2,000 to $3,000 typical in the U.S. If you dream of retirement filled with peace, cultural immersion, and natural beauty, Bhutan might be your ideal destination. Number 5. Myanmar. Often hailed for its scenic beauty and rich cultural tapestry, Myanmar presents an intriguing contrast between its traditional Buddhist pagodas and remnants of British colonial architecture. As we explore both its vibrant cities and tranquil villages, you'll discover why Myanmar is not just a visual feast but also a top contender for affordable retirement. Despite its charm, Myanmar remains one of Asia's poorest nations, with a gross national income per capita of $1,260, reflecting its reliance on agriculture and fishing, which, while vital, contribute significantly to its economic challenges. From 2005 to 2018, Myanmar experienced economic growth and poverty reduction, but recent years have seen setbacks due to job shortages, climate change impacts, and rising poverty. Myanmar's people are well known for their hospitality. Burmese individuals, especially women, are noted for their distinctive beauty and charm, characterized by petite figures, shiny black hair, and sweet facial features. This warm community makes Myanmar appealing for expats and retirees. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Yangon, the largest city, costs between $300 and $400 monthly, far less than the $1,200 or more expected in a similar-sized U.S. city. Monthly living costs, including groceries, range from $50 to $100. Dining out remains affordable, with meals at inexpensive restaurants costing just a few dollars. Local bus fares are under $1, and taxis are reasonably priced. In comparison, public transport costs in the U.S. usually range between $2 and $3 per ride, with taxis and rideshares often costing much more. Overall, a retiree can live comfortably in Myanmar on a monthly budget of $500 to $1,100, a fraction of what is needed for a modest lifestyle in American cities. Thanks to its colonial past, English proficiency in Myanmar is moderate, ranking 70th in the EF English Proficiency Index, 2022, which makes communication easier for English-speaking expats. Number 4. Pakistan. Spanning approximately 881,910 square kilometers, Pakistan ranks as the 33rd largest country in the world and is home to nearly 233 million people, making it the 5th most populous nation on Earth. This diverse country features a rich tapestry of cultures and languages, from the snow-capped Himalayan peaks in the north to sun-soaked beaches along the Arabian Sea in the south. Despite abundant natural resources, roughly 40% of Pakistan's population lives in extreme poverty. The nation's gross national income per capita is only $1,280. Several factors contribute to this, including governmental corruption, religious and sectarian conflicts, and a limited commitment to democratic values. Interestingly, Pakistan allocates a significant portion of its budget to defense. Only about 2.6% is dedicated to education. Consequently, nearly half of the Pakistani population lacks adequate education. Pakistani women are known for their vibrant traditional clothing adorned with intricate embroidery and colorful patterns, symbolizing cultural pride and resilience. Many women lead efforts for social change despite challenges like gender inequality and limited educational opportunities. Living costs in Pakistan can be surprisingly affordable compared to the United States. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in city centers can cost as low as $150 to $200 monthly, versus $1,500 to $2,000 in U.S. cities. Public transportation costs are just a few dollars per month compared to $70 $100 in the U.S. Dining out typically costs $2 to $3 per meal, compared to $15 to $20 in U.S. restaurants. Healthcare is generally cheaper but varies in quality and availability. For someone living alone, monthly expenses in Pakistan range between $425 and $645, making it an attractive option for retirees seeking a more relaxed and cost-effective lifestyle. Number 3. Afghanistan. Known officially as the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, this country sits at the crossroads of Central and South Asia. Covering roughly 652,000 square kilometers and home to around 40 million people, Afghanistan is a rich cultural mosaic of ethnic groups including Pashtuns, Tajiks, Hazaras, and Uzbeks. Unfortunately, Afghanistan remains one of the least economically developed countries in Asia, with a gross national income per capita of just $500 as of 2024. The country has been deeply affected by ongoing conflicts, government corruption, and significant income inequality. The Taliban's return to power in mid-2021, following the withdrawal of U.S. and UN troops, has created uncertainties in economic recovery, compounded by conflicts with ISIS and policies restricting women's economic participation. Afghan women, known for their distinctive beauty and vibrant traditional attire such as the kuchi dress, decorated with embroidery and mirrorwork, showcase a community strongly rooted in aesthetic traditions. Living costs in Afghanistan might actually be surprisingly low for retirees looking for budget-friendly options. Monthly expenses for an individual, excluding rent, average around $46, significantly lower than U.S. living costs, which are about 68.4% higher. Dining out remains affordable. A basic meal at an inexpensive restaurant costs only about $2. Utilities are modestly priced at around $28 per month, and internet services cost about $21 for a standard 8 megabits per second connection. Housing costs present the greatest savings, with one-bedroom apartments in city centers renting for about $110 monthly, and suburbs around $64. Number 2. Nepal. Nestled among the Earth's highest peaks, including the majestic Mount Everest, Nepal boasts a rich and colorful cultural landscape with diverse ethnic communities celebrating vibrant festivals and traditions. Despite its natural beauty and cultural wealth, Nepal is among Asia's least economically developed countries. As of 2024, the gross national income per capita stands at $1,190. Economic growth has been hindered by challenges such as a decade-long civil war ending in 2006, frequent natural disasters like earthquakes and floods, geographic hurdles due to its mountainous terrain, and lack of sea access. Poor access to quality education, scarcity of well-paying jobs, and rising housing costs further restrict economic advancement. Nepali women are known for their captivating large eyes, elegant noses, full lips, and beautiful long hair. They gracefully balance daily activities, from weaving and farming to leading community initiatives. Affordability is a significant advantage in Nepal. A single person's monthly living expenses excluding rent are about $374, far less than similar U.S. expenses that can exceed $2,000. Eating out is cheap. A meal at an inexpensive restaurant costs approximately $11.92, and a typical business district lunch with a drink averages $2.62. Housing costs are low. Monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in city centers is about $16, dropping to around $76 when living outside city centers. Monthly utilities for a modest apartment typically cost around $23. Finally, number 1 on our list is Uzbekistan. Spanning more than 448,000 square kilometers, Uzbekistan is the 56th largest country globally, known for its vast deserts, lush river valleys, and a rich tradition as a vital part of the historic Silk Road. Once part of the Soviet Union, Uzbekistan is making strides in the global economy through commodities such as gold, copper, uranium, and cotton. However, widespread corruption and income inequality still pose significant barriers to growth. The gross national income per capita stands at $1,670. Uzbek women are celebrated for their striking features, elegance, and resilience. Their soul is nurtured by strong family values and rich cultural heritage, with deep respect for elders and community embedded from a young age. This strong moral foundation is visible in how they blend respect for traditions with modern attitudes toward work and social engagement. Despite economic challenges, Uzbekistan offers a cost-effective living option compared to the United States. Living costs excluding rent range between $300 to $400 per month. Housing in the capital city, Tashkent, is affordable with modern one-bedroom apartments renting for $200 to $500, depending on location and amenities. Basic utilities for a 915-square-foot apartment average $44 to $36 monthly. High-speed internet is a steal at about $13.97 per month. Dining out remains affordable, with meals at local restaurants averaging around $5, while a 3-course meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant costs roughly $30. Groceries are reasonably priced. A loaf of bread costs about 40 cents, a liter of milk approximately $1.10, and a dozen eggs about $1.77. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe to the Discover Globe channel. Your support means a lot to us. Check out our next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching, and see you soon on our exciting journey.